recently the NAACP came out and endorsed Abigail Spanberger. Now, the NAACP was founded in 1909. It's a group that's supposed to be for the advancement of colored people, supposedly. But we know what happened in 2008 through 2013. Ben Jealous took over. He found a creative way to get out of the red. He took on the LGBTQIA plus agenda. Then they went to the jet black. And along the way, the initiatives towards really upholding a biblical worldview and or fighting for causes germane to Black people, the focus changed. And now the focus is the advancement of queer people and criminal illegal aliens. We're in a bad place. But the NAACP comes out and endorses a white woman who's running against a Black woman. I haven't seen any riots. I haven't seen any marches. I haven't heard from BLM. Where are they? Where is Jesse Jackson? Where is Al Sharpton? Where is Jamal Bryant? Where how about this? Where are all the people who had something to say after the assassination of Charlie Kirk? Right. All of these Negroes who came out saying that Charlie Kirk is not a martyr and Charlie Kirk was not like MLK. All that stuff. Where are they now?
NAACP is not for Black people. It may be the national advancement of colored people. It may sound good, may look good, but they only are around when they need money. That's what you have to understand about the NAACP. What have they done for Black people? How have they advanced colored people, Black people? It's supposed to be for Black people. How is your mission for Black people not helping Black people? We as the Black community are starting to wake up. We're starting to see the frauds. We're starting to see the people that say they are for us, but they do nothing for us. What we're starting to see with the rise of social media and all of this is information. You're starting to see that Black people are waking up. Black people are not looking out and saying, oh, they're for us because they're Black. There's a lot of people that are Black that say they are for us, and they're not for us. They're not trying to help us. The NAACP is supposed to be a 501c3, so a nonprofit that's supposed to help with the national advancement of colored people. But they get a lot of their money from large corporations. Who are these large corporations ran by that they get money from? Probably would say Democrats. So in the Virginia race, it was a race between two women. One was Black, one was white, and they endorsed the white one unofficially because they really can't because they are a 501c3 nonprofit. So you have to be bipartisan. But what do you think they're getting the money to fund the NAACP? From the Democrats. Then they supported the LGBTQ communities and illegal immigrants because that's where the money's at. They are just hoes. They are slaves to the money. Wherever the money is, that's where they go because they need the money. But this guy made a clear point. The people that were challenging Charlie Kirk and saying he was this, he was that, aren't saying anything about the NAACP supporting a white governor. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But how can you be in the advancement for colored people and you don't support or show a little more love to the Black woman that's trying to run for governor? Oh, because she's conservative, because she's a Republican, so you can't support that. Are we supporting our race or are we supporting a party? This is what we're talking about. You can support her because you're supporting the advancement of colored people. But we start to see a lot of fakes, man. We start to see a lot of people that look like us that don't do a damn thing for us. So what it is, Black people are waking up. Young Black people are waking up. Older Black people are waking up. The jig is up. Some of these churches say they for Black people, don't help Black people. I'm not going to say all. I'm going to say some. Don't want to offend some of the churches that's doing a good job. But what we have to do as Black people, man, we have to wake up. We have to start having our own mind and start saying, this don't sound right. This don't look right. You have everything that says it's for us, but what have you done for us? You include other groups to get the funding and give a little bit to us. But why don't we have a real NAACP that actually does something for the advancement of blacks? You know what? That's what it is. I did some research on the NAACP, and they said the common criticisms is from within the black community is they lost grassroots connections, right? Many local activists argue the NAACP became too centralized and bureaucratic. They up there with the politicians keying, holding hands, being hoes for the system. Highest bidder will be working for you. They have corporate and institutional ties. The group accepts donations and partnerships from large corporations, telecoms, banks, and health companies. Who are health companies in favor of? Democrats. See what I'm saying? They not for us. They for the highest bidder. They are hoes. They're slaves. What have they done to really help black people? Have they put in hundreds of thousands of kids every year to college? Have they raised money to do stuff like that? Have they gotten to the LeBron Jameses, the Oprah Winfrey, hey, give us money so we can put these kids into school? Probably not. They're going to these big corporations and these people that have political ties to get a lot of money to sway black people to a direction so that person can get the vote. That's what it is, man. The Al Sharptons, the Jesse James, the Jesse Jacksons, all these people that's trying to come out like a pastor and trying to help, they're not doing shit. They're for sale. They're hoes. They're slaves. Black people are waking up. That's what I love about this social media, bro. We are waking up and seeing the buffoonery. We're seeing the tap dancing. We're seeing people that's just like us that say they're for us, but they not for us. But this is sad that we have a lot of these groups that get funding, that get donations, but their job is just to sway our people to a certain direction just because they got paid by this certain direction. But how are you and what have you done for the advancement of colored people? Okay. They have limited economic empowerment focus. The NAACP historic strength was in legal equality, economic mobility, and business ownership are now key frontiers. If I had the NAACP, what I would have did with the NAACP, if I was running this NAACP, all the donations I would get, I would start getting that money and investing in businesses and investing in properties. So now we have an economic base. So now we have to rely on donations. The donations comes to us so we can have ownership of businesses. So now we use that money that's constantly coming in for these businesses for the economic mobility and economic power for our people. Instead of getting the money and spending it on yourselves and spending it on these certain little costs, you get the money and you build an economic system. So if a basketball player from the NBA gave us $5 million, we're going to put this $5 million to work for us so we can get this money now every year. We're going to put our monies in stocks, bonds, ETFs, real estate. That's what you do when you're trying to build an organization and you're trying to help our people. We have to have an economic base. But what are they doing? They're not showing or buying these properties. They're not putting their money into things so where they can get the interest so they can constantly be helping people. That's what you need to do if you're trying to build something for the advancement of our people. You don't get the money and spend it and then ask for more because now the people you're getting money from, you're a slave and you're a hoe for them. They're your pimp. You're the prostitute. But this is what I'm saying. When you're running these things and when you're trying to do the right thing for our people, you have to have an economic base. So you don't have to be constantly going out there hoeing yourself out for money. So now when you hoeing yourself out for money, you have to follow whoever's agenda that's giving you money. You don't think the people that's giving them money saying, hey, I'm giving you this money, but this is what I need you to do. And they have to do it to keep their organization going, to keep money in their pockets. But when you get money, get the money and build an economic base. So now you have more power and now you can make a difference. It's not that hard to be like that. But I love the point that he made at the end of this video. Why aren't people talking about this? Why aren't the Jamal Bryants? Why aren't these pastors? Why aren't all these people saying something about this like they saying stuff about Charlie Kirk? What our problem with our community is, we don't hold each other accountable. If you messed up, you messed up. Call it out. Fix it. That's what's wrong with our community. We don't hold ourselves accountable. We don't say, hey, brother, you did wrong. You screwed us. I'm going to tell you about it. Fix it. We don't do that. Because if we try to hold somebody accountable in our community, people get upset. People say F off. People don't like that. That's what's wrong with our community. We can't be held accountable and say, you know what, I'm going to be better and I'm going to move on. We get mad. We get disrespectful. We do things to each other. We disregard each other. We stop supporting each other. That's the reason why our community can never move forward, is because we don't hold each other accountable and we can't take accountability from each other. That's what's wrong. But if the NAACP is for the advancement of colored people, then why aren't there advancement for colored people? Makes a lot of sense to me. But if we are advancement of colored people, then we need to be voting and pushing our people forward no matter what side of the coin they're on. But you're the NAACP. You're the advancement of colored people. So help the people be advanced and get better in the future. If you can't do that, just call yourself something else.